Hi there, this is Hallie Crawford with HallieCrawford.com Career Coaching. Create your career path. So today we're talking about, it's the end of summer, and if you are a recent college grad especially, and you've been taking the summer off of your job search, getting some R&R, that's great, but it is time to fall back into fall and get back on the stick with your job search, okay? So I wanted to give you the top 5 tips to help you get off the couch, to get out there and search for your job. And if you're a parent of a college grad, by the way, listening, these tips are going to be good for you too, because these are things that you can help your college grad do to get off the couch and get back into action with their job search. So the first tip, number 1, is to start networking, and start networking right away and do it the right way. So here's what I find. I'm finding that recent college grads, they don't know how to effectively network. And I'll be honest with you, I'm 37 and I'm still learning how to do it effectively. So when you have just graduated from college, if you feel like you don't know how to network effectively, you need to figure this out. There are articles online to do it. You can talk to your parents about how to do it. But one of the things that you need to keep in mind when you're networking is you don't want to go out there assuming that you're asking people for a job when you're networking. Networking is about how can I help you and how can you help me through referrals, through information, whatever it is. So don't go to networking events thinking, okay, I'm going to take my resume and someone's going to give me a job. It's not about that. And I think this is a problem that I'm seeing with recent college grads, is that nobody taught them this in college. Nobody taught them how to network effectively. So networking is the first thing. You need to brush up on your skills there. Tip number 2 is to find your brand. Another challenge or problem I'm seeing in recent college grads is there's so many of them graduating and they don't know themselves well enough to understand what their unique skill set is or what makes them stand out from the crowd. They get out of school, they're looking around at all these other people and they don't know what makes them unique. So tip number 2 is you need to find your brand. You need to decide or determine what makes you stand out from the crowd of your peers that have graduated with you in school. And one of the ways to do this is to interview friends and family members and ask them questions like, what do I do better than most people you know? And what are my greatest strengths? You need to find out what unique set of skills you have that creates your brand. And the third tip is to communicate this brand. So once you've figured that out, what makes you unique from all your peers that have graduated, you need to communicate that to people and do so effectively. So you need to look at your resume and cover letter again and make sure that it communicates what makes you unique. And number 2, you need to rewrite or create your elevator speech if you don't have one yet, and make sure that that communicates what you bring to the table, what makes you special, or what special combination of skills and experience do you have that you could provide to a prospective employer. And I know, look, when you're just out of college, you don't have a ton of work experience. And what I tell people is, look at any experience that you've had. Maybe you had a job in high school. Maybe you volunteered somewhere. That can count as experience as well. And look at all the classes you took, the professors you connected with, and where you shined or did really well on a specific project in school. Those are things that you can look at that make you unique too. So step number 4 is to make a plan. So here's the deal. Parents, if your college grad is still on the couch, still living at home, and you don't have a plan for when they're going to move out, you need to come up with one. And college grads, if you're living at your parents and you're sick of it, you're ready to get out, you need to have a plan. So come up with specific action steps and goals that you want to achieve in the next several months, say till the end of the year or whatever it is, the next 6 months. Decide when you're going to move out, what you're going to do around the house to help out, and what action steps you will take towards your job search so that you can move on and become independent, which I know that you want to do. If you're just sitting behind the computer, applying for jobs, going to a networking event here or there, that's not going to cut it. You need to have a tangible plan. You need to have a schedule for yourself during the week. And you need to stay organized with your job search. So I always tell people, create an Excel spreadsheet with different tabs for different things that you're doing, action steps that you're taking. Have a plan, take action, stay organized. And tip number 5 is to take action with the right attitude. So the last thing is, you can take all the action in the world that you want, But if you don't have the right perspective on it and the right attitude, a positive attitude about it, and you're on your A game, those action steps are not going to be as effective. So make sure that you have a positive attitude about your search. You're proactive about what you're doing, you're positive and confident about yourself, and when you're going out and talking with people, you have things to share with them and a positive and optimistic outlook about your search. It will go 100% better that way, I promise you.